All right, everyone, it is Esmeralda's house time. We need to go make a visit to her house and try and get ourselves some sweet legendary materials. All right, everybody, welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms video. This is Dragothien here, and we are going to be opening, spinning, flipping some cards, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be trying to get ourselves some more legendary materials. We always need more legendary materials so we can upgrade our equipment and get better rallies, better garrisons, etc., etc. This is my main 307 account that I'm doing this on today. I'll likely do it tomorrow on my main and 916 as well, but today on this video, let's go ahead and start opening up some of these. We need some luck. Esmeralda is usually very testy. She's a fickle woman. So 3 epic materials right there. That was pretty strong. Let's keep going here. Ugh, missed out on quite a bit there. 1 epic material. Okay, so again, usually it's like you do really, really well with her, or you don't do very well at all. And so far, we're starting off with not so well at all. 2 epic materials. Let's go into the rewards. Maybe that just seeing some gold stuff in here will maybe help a little bit. I don't even think I've gotten any gold stuff yet. Yeah, that's still all epic. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. No materials whatsoever on that 5 opening there. 3 more epic materials. So I've gotten about 2 epic material or 2 legendary materials altogether, roughly. Oof. Oh, it's so bad. This is so bad. 3 more epic materials there. There's a 3 legendary material. Oh my goodness. Salvaging my my turn here. There's another legendary and another epic. I like it. I like it. Coming back around. It's coming back around. How about that? All right. No materials there. 5 epics. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Want to check and make sure I wasn't missing anything. We're getting towards the end of the day here. I didn't want to miss out on anything that I needed to do. Okay, so 5 more epics. So okay, we're starting to recover a little bit. And 4 more epics. So I think I want to say we got about maybe 7 or 8. Maybe even a little bit more. Maybe 8 or 9 legendary materials, which again at the end of the day is not that crazy. Plus whatever I get out of this chest here, 2 more, so 10 or 11 legendary chests there, choice chests. Those are pretty strong. Could definitely use that. Again, my best stuff right now is really going to be my archers. So my Gilga set is really nice. It's a full proc set. I need to start working on these accessories. Also for my Pakal, it's a little rough. My Pakal is very rough, actually. So I've got a procced hammer, which is very strong. I mean, obviously that's best in the game, best in slot. But then, you know, what do we do from here? I mean, do I start to proc this stuff, or do I go for the infantry set? I mean, I like the infantry set. The problem is, because I've got the hammer now, I can't get the full infantry set. And this is just so strong. It's 32.5% attack by itself. I feel like kind of what I've got going right now is the way to go. Maybe swap out the chest for the infantry set piece. The problem is I've already got the 2-piece set. Can't complain about that. Maybe upgrade and try and see if I can swing some Shios procced or something, but that's really bad value. Once you get that hammer, it's tough because the 6-piece set is really strong and you get a lot of attack, and Pakal needs a lot of attack. But without that, though, the problem is you start focusing on your defense and your health, right? So we've got 16% defense here. I've got Eternal Night proc, and you've got 7.5% defense. It's all defense at this point. It's all defense. There's no health, and I could use some health. So that's a problem I've got, you know, first world problems, right? But the other thing I want to talk about, so I'm at a quandary on this account. I want Nevsky, obviously. I've got William maxed. I've got Saladin maxed. I've got Genghis maxed. I've got your standard Minna, stuff like that maxed. I could go Minna, Nevsky, and then continue to do Saladin William. I could do Minna William, Saladin Nevsky. That's an option as well. I'm not that far off from maxing XY if I wanted to do that as well. That's maybe, I think that's about 310 sculptures to max him out. which is not too shabby. But I'm out of marches. Whenever we go into KVK, I need 7 marches just to bring out all the commanders that I've got maxed. I don't mean to toot my own horn there, but that's kind of what it is. I mean, even Mulan is almost kind of maxed to where she needs to be. I do have a need for a garrison. I don't have any garrison commanders at all. My Nevsky's 533 right now. That's 2 full sets of wheel spins for Nevsky. And I gotta say, they were bad. Like, these wheel spins have been terrible for Nevsky for me. Like, on both of my main accounts that I'm spinning on, it's just been bad. But the reason I'm bringing up the Cav stuff is, do I want to maybe start working on a Cav set? I've got the materials, and I feel like I've got a good chunk of the blueprints, although I need to start working on some blueprints. The other thing is, I'm going to do a video on this. I made a video on Honda when he first came out, and, you know, just looking at the skills, I was like, he's pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Okay. And then the expertise kind of vexed me, because it just, to me, it seemed like once an hour for 57 turns didn't seem like much at all, and it seemed like a wasted expertise. Well, come to find out, the functionality of it is that it refreshes every time you go into your city. It does say after leaving your city, but there's other commanders in the game that did that, like Constantine, and it's a little bit buggy. Like, you leave your city and it doesn't proc again. So I just kind of brought that into my thought process when I was talking about Honda. But seeing Honda on the open field in Ark of Osiris is so strong. And then when you're talking about open field in KVK, pair him up with Tamiris or YSG, or you can even go the Cav route and pair him up with Nevsky. Oh my God, could you imagine? And then you can also start to think about some other pairings. You know, he's a leadership commander, so he's got troops led by this commander gain 2% increased troop capacity. All of his skills, with the exception of the skill damage increase on the 4th skill, do not require an extra troop type. So technically, as long as you don't mind losing the skill damage bonus, which is nice, it can go up to 60%. And you can maybe even do that, right? Like, again, with Tamiris, with YSG, those are universal commanders. You can use them with anybody, and they work in any troop type. They work. You could do, mostly archers, and maybe throw a couple cav in there if you're pairing Honda up with an archer commander or something like that. I wouldn't recommend pairing up with, because from Cav perspective, because most of the Cav commanders, like even Nevsky, I just talked about Nevsky there. Like, you would think Honda Nevsky would be pretty good, but you've got to be full Cav for Nevsky. His 4th skill, when troops led by this commander consist only of cavalry, and the majority of the cavalry players, the cavalry commanders, they say something like that on one of their skills. When your entire army is made up of cavalry, this will take effect. So you'll either be trading off losing skill damage from Honda, or you'll be trading off whatever that skill is, and in this case, it's more skill damage, and more skill damage on top of that from Nevsky. So I think that, when we're talking about Honda and what we want to do there, I'm wondering if I should do Honda. The problem is I've got really solid open field marches already. Like, is that really what I want to do? And then Honda, when you're thinking about who you compare him with, now that the museum is out, I mean, does Freddy make sense? Does Freddy make sense with even more troop capacity of 15%, a heal on top of that, and an extra 2,400 damage factor? That seems pretty strong. And his museum buff, again, is really strong as well. We open up the museum buff here for Freddy. And then Mechmed was the other one I was thinking about too. Mechmed will be another great pair for Honda. Did I pat? I feel like I pat. Yeah, here's Freddy. 25% troop attack and 10% skill damage reduction. That's awesome. That would be awesome extra combination for a Honda Freddy pair. They're both leadership commanders. They both bring more troops to the table from a troop capacity standpoint. You can get more troop capacity in the leadership talent tree. I mean, you can have like a 500,000 march with Honda Freddy. That's pretty strong. That seems very strong, especially with the museum buffs. Without the museum buffs, I wouldn't have even thought about it, but with the museum buffs, it's not bad. And you don't have to worry about what troop type you want to use. You can just pick whatever troop type you want and call it a day. If you want to be a little more tanky, you can go with the infantry. If you want to be a little more speedy, you can go mostly cav, that kind of thing. yeah, so I mean that's the thought process that I'm having on this account right now is I'm trying to figure out, do I want to add even better open field commanders to this account, knowing that I've got two of the best rally pairs at the moment on the account with Gilgamesh and Bakal Herald, or do I want to refocus myself and maybe end up, I'm going to max Nevsky for sure. Do I want to max XY so I can have the best cavalry rally as well? Or do I want to go ahead and shift over to maybe max out two of these garrison commanders, or wait for the infantry commanders that are coming out in the near future, hopefully? And maybe there's going to be a new updated garrison for Zenobia. So there's a lot of things coming in the near future for Rise of Kingdoms, and it's always, in your mind when you're talking about investing your gold heads and your sculptures and your materials. We just talked about materials with Esmeralda. I've got some decent saved up stuff here. I've been saving up a little bit. I also used quite a bit to get my archer gear procced up all the way as well. So I've got a lot of stuff here that I'm ready to use. I've got tons of epic materials, over 100 legendary materials. I want to say I've got quite a few actual open materials as well. Jeez, it's a lot. Yeah, I mean, we got thousands of these here. Actually, it's not that much at all. Yeah, it's mostly in chests. It's mostly in chests. Let me take a peek at my cavalry gear as well. I've got stuff to refine too. Oh my goodness. Look at all the stuff I can refine. All right, forge. So, cav-wise, I'm also going to be doing some Kerouac's War Drum testing for you all as well. There's some things that I've been thinking about, and there's some things that some people have pointed out to me that may need some testing on that. That may make Kerouac's War Drum better than possibly the horn. So we'll take a peek at it. Navarre's Control, definitely need that and proc. Mountain Crushers, definitely not. Hellish Wasteland Boots would definitely be something I would need to make. Ash of the Dawn, definitely something I would need to make. Dragon's Breath Plate. Okay, so I've got the stuff. And certainly next KVK, I can also, here's the heavy armor of the Hellish Wasteland. Not the Dragon's Breath, the heavy armor of the Hellish Wasteland. So that's what I need there, and then same thing for the pants, but for Ash of the Dawn. I don't think I got the Navarre's gloves. I don't think I have the helmet. Let's see where the helmet's at. I do. Yeah, here we go. So I've got the helmet too. I've got everything I need. Awesome. Boots. Got the boots. Yeah, I have everything I need to make a full set of cav gear. I may do another video on that for you guys just to show me making that and the top tier equipment that you would want to have on your best cavalry pair on the field, or for rallies, or for garrison. Obviously, Jadwiga garrison could use something like this that I'll put out, and then certainly anything open field or rally would use the same set. But yeah, I mean that's what's going through my head right now on my 307 account. We're still not in KBK quite yet. There's still 2 days left to register, so they may register in the next 2 days. We are going into KVK in 9/16 in 1 day, so we've already done the pre-KVK for the first 5 out of 6 days. That's pretty much done. 9/16 is in 6th place. We are the only non-Imperium in that KVK. And yeah, I mean it's going to be a crazy KVK for sure. I'm looking forward to bringing that to you. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you sympathized with me a little bit at the beginning of that Esmeralda opening, but it did kind of get a little bit better as we went along. And let me know what you think about some of my rambling and my thought processes behind what we're doing here as far as the commanders, because I've been saving up sculptures again. I've got almost 1,866 legendary sculptures, so I've got plenty to play with, and I can max out XY. I can max out Nevsky after I do another wheel spin next week. Yeah, I mean, there's so many options. There's so many options that I can do here. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys think. I'm looking forward to bringing all this to you, obviously, of course, every single time I possibly can. Hope you guys have a great one. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Have a good one. Take care.